Top 10 Healthcare Policy Research Topics. Childhood vaccination as healthcare priority policy issue. This essay could explain why childhood vaccination should be assumed as a healthcare priority policy issue. You can write about the significance of vaccines in preventing diseases, the role of herd immunity, and the challenges in ensuring widespread vaccination. Besides, we suggest including details about vaccine hesitancy, its causes, and potential solutions. Nurses and new healthcare policy. Here, you can delve into the role of nurses in the context of new healthcare policies. How can policy changes affect the responsibilities and scope of practice for nurses? Why is it essential to involve nurses in policy development and implementation? Also, you may highlight examples of policies that have empowered nurses to provide quality patient care. Malnutrition and patient safety healthcare policy. In this essay, you should focus on the relationship between malnutrition and patient safety within healthcare policy. Explore the consequences of malnutrition on patient health and recovery. Emphasize the importance of adequate nutrition in a healthcare setting. Furthermore, you can explore existing policies to address malnutrition in healthcare institutions and analyze their effectiveness. Long-term care facilities and healthcare policy. What is the function of healthcare policy in regulating and improving long-term care facilities? What are the challenges elderly and vulnerable people meet in such facilities? What policies can guarantee their protection, dignity, and quality of life? Try to address these questions in your paper. Health technologies in healthcare policy. To highlight this topic properly, you should explore the integration of health technologies into healthcare policy. Clarify how telemedicine, electronic health records, and wearable devices have transformed patient care and management. Emphasize the benefits and drawbacks of implementing these technologies from a policy perspective. We also advise including issues of data privacy and accessibility. Healthcare policy effects on individual, Affordable Care Act. Healthcare policy has a strong effect on individuals. You can scrutinize this effect using the Affordable Care Act, ACA, as an illustration. We recommend discussing the key provisions of the ACA. Here, you could mention expanded insurance coverage, Medicaid expansion, and insurance market reforms. How have these changes influenced individuals' access to healthcare services, financial burden, and overall welfare? Healthcare policy issues, health equity. Health equity is a primary healthcare policy issue that needs immediate attention. Delve into this urgent problem in your paper. You could start by defining health equity and clarifying its significance in addressing healthcare access, outcomes, and quality disparities among different demographic groups. Moreover, you can include discussions on social determinants of health, systemic barriers, and cultural competence in healthcare policy. U.S. healthcare policy, Obama's healthcare reform. Review the healthcare policy changes the Affordable Care Act, ACA, brought about during President Obama's administration in this paper. We suggest explaining the goals of the ACA. Besides, you may include information on the public and political reactions to the reform and its long-term implications for the U.S. healthcare landscape. Healthcare policy and procedure development. How are healthcare policies created? Try to research this question in your paper. Detail the key steps in policy development, from determining the demand for a policy to drafting, reviewing, and executing it. Furthermore, you can provide examples of successful policy implementation and the role of interdisciplinary cooperation in the process. Competing interests in a healthcare policy. This essay can explore the complexities of healthcare policy development when dealing with competing interests. Look into how policy decisions often involve balancing the needs of various stakeholders. Discuss your healthcare providers, insurers, patients, and policymakers. Also, we advise giving real-life examples of conflicting interests that have influenced policy outcomes. Find more research topics on studycorgi.com.